My parents, Camille and Michael Martin, met while they were still in high school in a small town called Yucca Valley, 35 miles north of Palm Springs, California. They were married in 1992, the same year that my father joined the Navy and my oldest brother Jeffrey was born. I was born in September of 1998, and then my younger brother Cameron followed about 18 months later. Growing up with all brothers has definitely been interesting, but there's nothing I would have changed about it.
Most as you'll ever go is back where you used to know. If grown-ups could laugh this slow, whereas you watch the hours snow, years may go by. Years may go by. So hold on to your special friend. Here you'll need.
Our parents later divorced in March 2003 when Jeff was 13, I was 5, and Cameron was 3. A few years later, my dad met a woman named Adriana Iaquinto. They sat next to each other on a plane that they were both minutes away from missing. During the flight, they swapped emails and ended up keeping in touch. 1 month later, we were introduced, and instantly I was in love with her. Adriana became the mother I didn't realize I was lacking at the time. I thought my dad had done just fine playing both roles. Exactly 1 year after the day they first met, Adriana and my father got married. Now my family portrait was almost complete. A mom, a dad, and 2 brothers. Little did I know that there was one more on the way. It was later in 2006 when I was introduced to the rest of my new family. It was incredible to be meeting these strangers who I already had so much love for. One of those new family members included Arthur, brother number 3. 1 year after he first came to visit, he was moving in with us into our new house in Gilbert, right across the street from Perry High. It was in this house that I met a few of my closest and most important friends, but maybe the most important one of all was Megan Matthews. From the moment we met at Weinberg Elementary, it was clear to me that no one I had ever met was going to be able to compare to my wonderful best friend.
Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie Lee.
To me, life is like a camera. It's pertinent to focus on what's the most important. Back when I met Megan and had just started 4th grade, I had it all figured out. I was going to be a storm chaser / kindergarten teacher. In elementary school, everything was perfect. After being rezoned to start attending Haley Elementary in the 5th grade, I continued on in the Chandler Unified School District until 8th grade, when my family moved to Queen Creek. Here, I finished up 8th grade at Cortina Elementary and entered Higley High School, where some of my favorite memories took place.
Let it go. Let it roll right off your shoulder, don't you know? The hardest part is over, let it in. Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate.
In the summer of 2014, my family and I took a trip to Brazil. Seeing as I was almost completely fluent, my parents thought this would be an amazing trip for us. I met a few friends that I still keep in touch with, and others whom I can't wait to go back and see again.
Let me take you to Rio, Rio. Fly on the ocean like an eagle, eagle. And we can chillin' like gazebo, gazebo. Nah, nah, nah. Let me take you to Rio, Rio. Fly on the ocean like an eagle, eagle. And we can chillin' like gazebo. Nah, nah, nah.
Veja como é rico o nosso riso. O sol é feliz e sabe rir também. Água verde rindo.
It's when I think back on memories such as this one that I realize how important it is to capture the greatest moments of your life. The ones that bring back memories so strong you truly feel as if they were yesterday. Wonderful times with even better people deserve to be remembered for as long as possible. My junior and senior years of high school were some of these greatest moments. A large reason I am who I am is because of how I was raised. I grew up with 3 brothers who I couldn't love more, and I was raised by the 2 most important people on this earth to me. Along the way, I had many teachers who always pushed me to do more and to apply myself. The same goes for my entire family, all the aunts and uncles, the grandparents, and the cousins. Everyone in my life has taught me a thing or two, lessons that I will remember for the rest of my life. I learned that nothing in life comes easy, not the least of which being the path I have chosen as my future. The scary thing is that no matter how much I plan for, nothing can account for the unexpected.
Oh hey, I wasn't listening, I was watching Syria, blinded by the sunshine strip. You were in the kitchen, oh yeah, my runner's mouth, the wounded with the wounder's will. And that's how summer passed away.
Alex Peter Tamborski and Michael Ace Roach, 2 extraordinary young men who were looking forward to graduating and starting their careers. 2 young men with some of the most vibrant, contagious personalities of anyone I've ever met. 2 young men whose deaths affected an innumerable amount of people. We all know that death is a part of life, but it's infinitely harder to get past when it's someone you know, someone your age who was senselessly murdered or who slipped away in their sleep overnight. Developing from the negatives in your life doesn't mean that you have to move on and forget the terrible things that have happened to you. Quite the opposite. You learn from them. In this case, I have promised myself to live each and every day as if it was my last, because it very well may be. Before you know it, you'll be looking around and wondering where all the time has gone. Did any of you think that the end of our senior year would be here so quickly? Remember to enjoy and indulge in each day you have left, because who's to say how many more there are?
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your...
After graduation, I will be attending Chandler Gilbert Community College to complete my prerequisites for the registered nursing program. After becoming an RN, I will hopefully be able to specialize in hospice or palliative care. I cannot say what has led me to this decision, but I do know that from a young age, I have never been able to stand the sight of someone in need of help. Whether it be my time, my money, or my medical knowledge, I will dedicate my life to bettering those of others. I have come to this decision by focusing on what is most important in my life, capturing and remembering the good times, and developing from the negatives. And if things don't work out the way I desperately would love them to, I know I'll always have the love and support of my friends and family to help me take another shot.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll have faith in all you do.
Just on the frick word.
Did Hannah grow? Is she eligible for military service?
Nah. Way to go.
Yeah!
You can finally go to Six Flags.
Quero mostrar pra vocês o novo cabelo da Hannah. Turn around, Hannah.
It's ugly.
Cala a boca, Arthur. Wow, it's beautiful.
Hi, Fabian. Hi, Leia.
We're missing you.
We miss you a lot.